Oh,
Hey, we are live.
We are live. Thank you, everybody, for coming in on this special ANZAC Day special live stream. We have got Ronnie Trickshot to my... Which way is that? Yep. That's my left. To my left. Down below Ronnie is Phil.
Kia ora.
And of course, there is the Cobra Pit, Quentin.
Oh, yeah. Look out.
And we see who's in the chat at the moment. There's no one at there, but Johnny is.
Johnny's
Hello,
there.
Johnny.
Johnny's there. G'day, Johnny.
Johnny and I are putting...
Jump on in, bro, if you want to.
Yeah. Johnny and I are putting a stream together with Nate. So I've just got to get my act together and put together a little PowerPoint presentation, and then we'll schedule it. So should be good fun.
Yep. That'd be good fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Ronnie. You're a star, bro. You're a star, Ronnie. You get things done.
Did anyone watch the Tour of Duty Part 2 with Johnny and I last night?
Oh, you know, I just got so... I liked it, but I got pissed off at the same moment. It's like so hard to kind of get Tour of Duty to watch it, you know?
I was pissed off.
Amazing.
I've never seen it. I never watched Tour of Duty.
Didn't you?
Got to get around to it.
Got it on DVD. All 3 seasons. It's probably the closest, as we said before. Johnny and I, it's the closest to the Vietnam War. You know, on TV or movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's start off with Ronnie. Anything new, my man? You went to a toy fair, I believe, last weekend.
Got heaps of stuff, mate. Yeah, heaps and heaps of stuff. Maybe I can show you some of it, because a bit of it's out of reach as well. What have I got here? I got Hulk.
Ooh, Hulk smash.
Yeah,
that's a good-looking Hulk.
Yeah, he's like one of those. I'm just been buying all these 3.75-inch things to put in my cabinet as little Easter eggs.
That looks like the second generation Hulk Hogan. Not Hulk Hogan, Hulk. Incredible Hulk. Sorry, I've been watching WWE Hulk Hogan. But that looks like the second toy that came out, the Hulk.
Yeah.
You know,
I got a 3.75 Indy as well. I also bought a Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Stormtrooper in there as well.
You're branching out, Ronnie. I thought you were just purely a G.I. Joe, bro.
I am.
I
am, but I'm going to put these little Easter eggs in my cabinet. So I've got 500 G.I. Joes in my cabinet. I just want to put a few little Easter eggs in there. So if you're not a G.I. Joe fan, you can walk around a room and go, hey, what's Yoda doing in your cabinet? I've also got all 4 of these guys as well, which I'm going to do a video on. So I've got Super 7.
Ninja Turtles.
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 I've got a Power Ranger in there. I've got Bart Simpson, Homer Simpson. I've got a Pikachu running around. What else I got?
It sounds like the must see to go and see Ronnie's collection here, guys.
Fred Flintstone.
I might have to jump on and hop on next to you on one stream. Check out your stuff.
What is that?
Right, we've got Intruder.
Oh, that's wicked, bro.
It's a bit glary. Yeah.
So it's shiny.
I'm going to open these ones up. And what else I got? Baby J from the Toy Fair. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Also got Flint as well. Mum's going out. So Dusty's going out.
Oh, yeah.
Got Flint as well. That's very cool.
Oh.
Nice. That was my very first classified I got. Flint.
Yeah. $15 each I paid for those.
Damn.
Yeah. Can't. And I got Zartan for 15 as well. He's just missing a pistol, and I've ordered a pistol off AliExpress. So maybe I'll show you Zartan when he's complete. I got stuff coming out my butt, mate. I got this as well. Lady J. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a cartoon series.
This rocked up on Friday. This is
Oh, that's
Sagat.
cool.
Yeah, he's the last of the Street Fighter figures that I need. So I've got
Nice.
all of the packaged Street Fighter figures from the G.I. Joe line.
And what does he do, bro? Because his shoulders are really high.
Yeah, he's got that Ninja Force action. When you move one arm, his other arm moves. See?
Oh, he's having a wank.
Yeah.
Short.
Yeah. So I got him. So I don't have any of the vehicle drivers, but I've got all of the standard figures. What else? What else have I got here? I got issue 4 of the comic.
Yeah, so that's good.
Nice.
But, Dusty, calm down, silly dog. I got a what's that? You know, Crimson Guard. Is it a Crimson Guard?
Oh, that's a Royal Guard.
Royal Guard, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've started experimenting with the blade with the 3D printer.
Oh, nice. That's nice. Oh, hang on. God, that's nice.
It's
I'm always
cleaned up.
It's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorites right there. Good on you. Nice.
It's Black Major.
Dude, is that the hang glider one?
It's Black Major. So
Black Major.
Oh, he's done it as the hang glider. Black Major.
The officer. The officer.
Yeah. Nice one.
Yeah, I got shit everywhere. So what else? I also got
It's a raining toys.
I got Masterverse Sunman as well.
Raining toys. I'm just doing a little sing along. You know, it's raining toys in Ronnie's house.
Can we
It's
mute
raining
him?
toys. And what about Phil, my man? What about you?
What about me? What have I got? Well, I was very excited. I was very excited to be invited to the Anzac Day, stream, and my lovely mother on my birthday, which was in February, she sent me over kiwi onion soup dip and reduced cream, and I've been waiting patiently for the perfect moment to rip it open. So I've got my my Maggi dip here, and my corn chips, and my beer. So I haven't had. Actually something popped up on Facebook today. It's been 8 years since I had my last Anzac Day in New Zealand. So I thought, why not in Japan? I'm going to have the Maggi kiwi dip and chips, and just feel like I'm really enjoying Anzac Day for a change.
Yeah.
I have a question for you boys. Do you add vinegar to your dip or no vinegar? That's always a big question.
I'm a vinegar man. I'm a vinegar man. I like vinegar chips, so I'm going to have vinegar.
I think our late mum put vinegar in it. I don't know if Nicole does, which is my wife. But whatever it is quite nice. I think she also adds a little bit of the leftover dip. We put a bit of grated cheese in there, and we have like a spread.
Ooh, nice. Put it on your toast and stuff.
Yeah, like a toasted sandwich, mate.
Yeah, I used to do that heaps as a kid. I make the chip sandwiches with heaps of dip in it. I was such a fat teenager, I tell you.
Oh man. Do
you have that? Do you have this in? Do you have that in Australia? Is this an Australian thing as well, Ronnie, or is this just a Kiwi thing? Onion soup mix and reduced cream.
Yeah, we do. We have similar things. Don't know. Probably Maggi. Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Apart from that, the other pick, I got this a couple of months ago, but I did get myself a. I think it's complete Snowcat with our.
It sure is. I think
our favorite guy there,
Frostbite.
Yep, Frostbite. It is Frostbite, isn't it?
Reclaim Frostbite.
But the cool thing is it came with the
Oh
box.
No way!
So that's pretty gnarly.
That's cool, man.
Don't you think it's weird that Snake Eyes is riding up front?
Well,
in his ninja get up.
Well, it's heated, of course.
Random, eh?
Well, it's heated, of course. You know,
it's heated inside. He's got the aircon on. Yeah.
Well, you actually look at it this way. Look at him. You look at those other guys. You see those other guys? They wear wintering clothing, and you see how thin Snake Eyes wears his shit, man.
Yeah,
I'll be in the heater.
You got Snow Job on the back, which I can understand, but then you got Leatherneck with him as well.
No, it's Alpine, bro.
Is it No, it's not. Is it?
Yeah, it's Alpine.
Is it Alpine?
Yep. And you know what?
Okay.
I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to make a snowy version of Alpine.
That is Alpine, isn't it? Because he's got his pick there.
It's a very fair Alpine.
It is. You're right.
It is. Yeah. No, I swore. Yeah, I swore that was a.
I haven't seen sun in a while.
But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't have many vehicles at all.
How's the missile rack? It looks really. It's really white.
Pop up online. Yeah, it didn't come with these missiles, but I managed to get these missiles off Trade Me in New Zealand when I went back in January. So
Trade Me rocks, brother.
Yeah. Trade Me rocks. You're right. Yeah. The other thing I've been starting to get into. Do you guys remember these? The old Rock Lords.
Winton had them.
No, I don't remember them.
Yeah, these are the Rock Lords.
Yeah, these are Bandai. These are basically same as the GoBots, basically, just a branch off.
They're awesome. I rocked them for a couple of seasons. I was like,
I rocked them. Get them.
You rock them. Nice.
I rocked them.
And the good thing is they're easy enough for an idiot like me to transform. So that's why I like them. Because
they were good at school because I could fiddle around with them without the teacher knowing. I just sit there and just doing it like.
They're great to fiddle with, eh? Like if I'm on the couch watching TV, I give these a bit of a fiddle. Keeps my hands out of my pants and stuff. So,
crikey!
Yeah. I like this guy. This guy's the best though. The double, like the too bad kind of dude.
Now, where did you score these, mate? Because I've been thinking about. Now, couldn't had the Rock Lords, but I've been thinking about obviously getting them. So, where did you score those?
Oh yeah, no, I got these over here in Japan. Yep. So, yeah, I think they were released in by Bandai. So, I think they were pretty mainstream. They're not super cheap though. Like they're about 20 to $30 each. But yeah, they're from the mid '80s. It's sort of vintage stuff. It's from the mid '80s. So.
Yeah, obviously.
Got a few of those. So that's been my little lot.
That's cool, man.
Hits the old Gen X heart right there.
And what have you done? You've been kind of quiet lately. What about yourself?
Well, actually, the reason I've been quiet is actually I've been very sick. I'm still having stomach problems.
You're not.
What it is found out is the medication is doing to my arthritis was actually killing my inner stomach. So now I can't. Now I've got to be very careful how much milk I have, or what I eat now. Now I've lost. I've gone from 157 kgs now to I'm about 141 just because I was sick. So I've lost about 20 kgs nearly.
Well, it's good you're going to lose weight. But I was going to say because you're planning a wedding, was you getting the old, the stress of planning a wedding? That's why you get sick.
No, we chilled actually because everything's going right for my sweetheart and I. She's got a phenomenal, great new job. We just want to buy a house because me having suffering of arthritis really bad now, like hips, shoulders, everywhere. We got a new couch, so actually I didn't get to it's something we did purchase. She managed to get a couch for $4,000, knocked down to $2,000, and delivered.
That's cool.
Greek. I don't know what was. Next minute she's speaking Greek, and next minute the deal's done. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm just standing like, what? I'm sick, And I'm like, jeez. And then that's good because now I'm getting off and out of the couch. The next step is we have a 2-story house. We don't want that. We're going to get a house, big party, and then wedding.
Nice. All right. So, we're all here because, here in New Zealand, Australia, it's obviously ANZAC Day. I mean, Phil says he's in Japan, but he's still ANZAC Day in heart and spirit. So Ronnie, what did you guys do for Anzac Day for you personally? Do you just take the day off and just sleep in, or do you?
Some years the moment takes me, and I might head out to a dawn service and watch the march and indulge. But obviously coincided with Saturday this year, so I found myself down at the local footy taking photographs as it did last year as well, I reckon. Obviously there's Anzac services before the football matches, and take photos of them and submit them to the league. So that's what I spent my morning doing. Now I'm just streaming with you blokes.
Beautiful.
I talked about this all week with my girls, and I said, like, boom, get up in the morning, go to the dawn service. I'll shout you a big breakfast, because where we are, there's Macca's or the cafe right across the road from the all keen as mustard.
Yeah.
Wake up. They even wake up before me and get ready to go. No, we don't want to go. Okay, cool. I've got to go anyway because I'm doing this. And I'm glad I did, actually. I'm glad. Basically, it was probably the first dawn service I ever saw cadets flaking out. They were basically passing out. And I've never seen that happen before. It wasn't hot or cold. It probably was quite long. So I mean, it went on and on a bit, because I think it was Fielding's 111th anniversary or whatever. And I was like, shit, that's going a while. And they were talking up a storm. And even then, I wasn't standing to attention, bro. But even then, I was like, man, it's getting quite cold here. And I lucky I was moving around and had a coffee. But these young guys, cadets, they would have to stay to attention. And they had like these warden guys catch them and basically putting them back and onto chairs. I really felt sorry for the young buggers. Hey, they're not proper soldiers. So they could at least had the dawn service shortened a bit.
They were just cadets, man. They were just kids.
Yeah.
Teenage, young adults.
We had some hecklers during some of the dawn services today. We obviously have Welcome to Country. Indigenous people open most community ceremonies with a Welcome to Country, and there seems to be this strange quasi-racist movement in Australia that has an issue with them, and at a number of the dawn services around the country, the Indigenous people conducting the Welcome to Country were booed during the dawn service. Which is despicable. Yeah, absolutely despicable. So I know the one in Sydney, which is the big one. The crowd drowned out the boos by launching into a round of applause, which doesn't usually happen at dawn services either. But I don't know. It's 2026. Like, honestly, the Sydney one was particularly significant because the guy that was doing the Welcome to Country, his grandfather had fought in the First World War, and his two brothers had been to Vietnam. So, it's just
my 40th, I was at the Sydney one for Sydney. For ANZAC, and that was really cool. Cool. Well, I was obviously first time, apart from Rarotonga, Australia, and I had a bucket list to do things, and it was really quite interesting to see the Anzac Day special. I mean, we arrived midnight, and I would have loved to come to the dawn service, but they still celebrated throughout the whole day there, and it was really awesome. Yeah, I've been to that one. It was drizzling with rain that day. It's probably I don't know if you go to a legitimate one, you end up getting. I think some moments give you a bit of a shiver. Other times you might be just going through the motions a bit, which is a bit sad. But sometimes like the moment strikes you, and Martin Place definitely was one where it was drizzling a bit, and I remember thinking, oh, it's going to rain, and then I thought, oh well, the troops faced far more worries than this. The least I can do is just stand in the drizzle for a bit. So every now and again I'm sort of struck up. There was one near my house about 10 years ago as well, where just out of nowhere, a reenactment group started firing a cannon at the end of the service, and that it first scared the shit out of me. But then again, that brought it back
brought it home as well. So, yeah, it's a good, cool thing to do. I think. Yeah,
Oh,
you think
Johnny's
about
just said
others,
this.
not yourself. Yeah.
Have you met something
Gosh,
against
I
the
mean,
blocked? Jeez.
for a couple of hours,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, the biggest one I went to was the 100, 2015, the 100-year anniversary one.
Yeah.
And so basically my wife was in Japan. She was pregnant at the time, so she was in Japan getting ready to have the baby. And I was in Auckland all alone. So I actually went down to Nelson to visit my folks for ANZAC weekend. And then me and my old man went to the local rugby ground, Trafalgar Park. And they filled out the stadium. Like it was a huge gathering because Nelson's not a very big city. And actually that was basically the first and only dawn service I'd ever been to. And
Oh, really?
yeah, it was pretty moving, like a lot of pomp and ceremony and a lot of like hymns and stuff were sung in the stands. And then at the end, like, so my old man is a church going man, and afterwards as we were leaving, he bumped into a guy that I don't know, some old guy who was obviously a veteran. And the guy saw my dad, and he'd obviously been just keeping it together for the entire ceremony. And he saw my dad, and he just absolutely broke down. Like it was just, it was such a difficult thing to see. Like this old guy who's just trying his best to keep it all together, and then obviously the emotion of the whole thing just got to him right at the end. And yeah, that really hit home for me. Like these poor guys, that live with this throughout their entire life. Like they go into it at such a young age, and they're not prepared, obviously, for what they're about to go through. And losing your best mates in battle, and I guess back in the day, they wouldn't have had much sort of when they returned home, there wouldn't have been much sort of help, I guess, in terms of dealing with mental health issues and stuff like that. So mad respect for them, for not only going through it, but just having to live with it, afterwards, basically. And you know what, the New Zealand, I'm sure Aussie culture's the same. It's just like have a stiff upper lip, and just
she'll be right.
She'll be right, and just harden up and get through everything. But this poor dude, man, he almost collapsed onto his knees, and man, it was like holy shit. It really brought it home what the whole thing meant to me. So yeah,
because we never met our grandfather, but our uncle said our mum said the Korean War, but it makes no sense, bro, because he did. I
did talk to him. I talked to him about it a long time ago. Yeah, he was in Korea, and when it came to Vietnam, he did listed, but they didn't go. He didn't go over.
Oh yeah.
So he was in Korea War.
Really young,
and then the time he came to Vietnam War, he was.
See ya.
Hello. He's back.
What was that?
He's back.
No.
Yeah, normally it's me.
Truth.
But yeah, so he would have been really quite young for the Korean War, but went to go in for Vietnam, and he was too old. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That makes a lot of sense then.
Just turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
See, my greatest fond memory of Anzac Day is actually, I think our last one we did with our Nana. And actually, that was the grandfather we're talking about, her husband. Is I remember going to Hastings and going with Nana, and we did it morning. We always did it. So it was like a ritual every year. What's going on? A ritual.
Yeah, we did it quite a lot.
It was like a ritual.
I think there's been
every year we did it.
Couldn't do it,
I remember the last one.
Yeah, and because she was part of the RSA, there's this often a big breakfast afterwards. Yeah, because
Because now I just work. I worked
our dad's
last
mum.
night.
Yeah, so this is our dad's mum that did still stay with the RSA. But talk about that. I've got a picture up here, and Ron is going to tell us a few stories about his great granddad. Is that right?
Yeah.
So coming right up. So who's this handsome devil? What's his
That
name?
is Harold Edgar Barker. He's
Yeah.
my great grandfather on my mother's side.
Yep.
And I found out these sort of tidbits of information a couple of years ago when a member of the family who was the family historian deemed that I was the guy that should have been passed the torch. So I'm now the new family historian by default. She sent me all her stuff and it's sitting in a drawer. Yeah, Harold Edgar Barker was he was a British man who served as a galley chef in the Merchant Navy, and in 1911 he found himself docked at Port Augusta in South Australia, which is a country town here. And there was an incident on board the ship, and he absconded. Apparently, there was a stabbing, and my great grandfather was involved in the stabbing, but just thought it wasn't a good environment to be part of, and jumped ship. Ended up working in the area as a cook for crews that were building a railroad at the time, and met my great grandmother. And married her shortly before the war broke out. At which point he moved her to the suburbs of Adelaide, and moved her and his young family into basically a little shed in the backyard of a cottage in Mitcham that he'd lined up with some friend, and left his family there while he went off to France, which was. It's an amazing thing to think about. Just drop everything, put your family in a shed, and get on a ship for World War One. So he served as obviously his skill at cooking came in handy, and he found himself doing that. But he was part of the 50th Battalion, I'm told, and during his time in France, he was gassed 3 times. So suffered 3 gas attacks, and his health was never the same as a result coming back. When he did come back, he went back to work as a ship's cook, and bought a house near Port Adelaide, which is still there. I didn't actually realise was still there until I was looking at one of the photos which had the address on the photo, and it turns out that I'd been to a bunch of football matches across the road from this house without realising that was his home that he built.
That's pretty cool, mate.
Yeah, unbelievable. Served on ships during the Second World War as well. By this stage, he was in his 50s. I think he was 37 when he joined up for the First World War. But yeah, in his 50s for the Second World War. And when he finished up there, he passed away a few years later. But yeah, very proud. That's my great grandfather, a World War One vet.
Nice.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Hope I got this right.
Mm-hmm.
Take a while to warm up, and it's not warming up. Anyway, so yeah, he met. There she is. So what is this about? Because this was quite shocking.
Yeah. So Harold Edgar Barker obviously had a bunch of kids. One of his kids was a daughter named Ethel. Ethel Lillian. So that's my great aunt. Yeah, it's my great aunt. My great aunt married a gentleman who was a flight sergeant in the RAF during the Second World War. I think he was a gunner on board aircraft, and served a bunch of tours throughout Asia and so on. He had a checkered sort of military history. He was in trouble a couple of times for absconding off base and smuggling alcohol onto base. And while he was home on leave in 1944, he had an argument with his wife. And at the time, Harold Edgar, my great-great-grandfather, happened to be staying with Ethel for a visit because they were located in Melbourne at the time, Essendon, I think it was. So anyway, had an argument. Ethel had apparently read a telegram that she wasn't meant to. It was a telegram from a senior officer that said that that William was in a bit of trouble, and she obviously asked for an explanation. At which point he spat the dummy, went to the bedroom, grabbed his service pistol, shot his wife in the arm, and then disappeared out in the backyard and shot himself in the head. And died. Yeah, and it made obviously my great-great-grandfather was there. He discovered that my great uncle had shot himself, and he came back in. Obviously, tended to my great aunt and reported to the authorities, and it made huge national news. It was in just about every major newspaper at the time.
Oh, right. That's intense.
Yeah. So
you mean there's out the gate?
Yeah. So I've got these articles here from the Age and the Argus.
Yep. Oh, so I've taken a couple of photos of.
So how old would have you been, Ronnie, when you got told about this?
This was only a couple of years ago. Yep.
Okay.
Only a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
This article was probably the biggest one. Yeah. This is probably
what you got there, buddy?
Biggest one.
I'll put you on.
Yeah. Airman shoots wife, suicides.
Jesus.
Yeah. 8 years. It was their 8th wedding anniversary. Unbelievable. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I know that our granddad had a hell of a temper, and my dad, our dad, remember Dad used to say, "Don't throw a paddy," wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I now discovered that Paddy Mayne, the sort of commanding officer of the first SAS, his name was Paddy Mayne, but he always had a hell of a temper on him. So that's why my dad don't throw a paddy.
Yeah. Yeah, our grandfather, he was a clever little bugger. He changed his name because he wanted to go to World War One. So he changed his name so he'd be compared to be older. So when he went to World War One, he actually ended up, believe it or not, the same as your great-grandfather, Ronnie, he was a cook too. So he went over, did a cook like that, came back, and then what's going on?
I have no idea, bro.
Disappeared.
I don't know. Okay, what happened? Oh my god, that's amazing. That was freaky. So what happened is he came to World War II. He loved war, so he changed his name because we don't know if his name is Gordon Stanley or Stanley Gordon because he changed it twice, and he put his age down to go back to World War II to be a cook, and he was in the desert. He actually served in the when New Zealand was in that desert sort of war thing, that time. And Germans in Egypt, that's where he went to.
To Brook.
So he served as a cook there.
That's in there, bro.
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
But he also had a temper on him that he will get promoted to corporal. Then he'll have an argument with his commanding officer. And then he'll rip his own stripes off and throw it at the commanding officer and shove up his ass. And then he was sent to the brig or sent to peel potatoes or whatever.
Yeah.
So he had that's him right in the center. So I'll see if I can. That guy there's got a Hitler moustache. So don't worry about him. But yeah, that's
that's our He was out of Gordon
He said that.
Stanley or Stanley. Yeah, he changed his name twice.
Yeah, so he was too young for the First World War, but because they
So he
didn't
put his
really,
age up.
he used his real name then, so that's all right. And then when it came to the Second World War, he used his middle name and obviously his last name. So probably claimed that he was a younger brother to whoever, which is why I got the idea for when I tried to enlist in the army,
Yes, he did.
and it did not work.
No, did
But
not
yeah,
work.
bro, I found some old look at this. I found some old newsletters from New Zealand, Egyptian, I don't know, times
Oh yeah,
back in 1941. So he would have been reading this.
yeah, it's awesome, man.
New Zealand Egyptian times.
That's a son. Yep. So
Yeah,
they
'cause
would have
we're
been. They
soldiers.
would have given him some papers. Yeah. So he was a soldier in Egypt. Why are we
That's
New Zealanders in Egypt? Because they were fighting.
That's
Oh,
cool. So
it
you,
was so
you've
funny.
got a copy. You've got a copy of that newspaper, Cambo.
Yep. Oh, I don't have a copy. That is the original. So when I went
Right.
through, to find, because we got also, I've got Granddad's war medals for World War II. I think
Yeah.
our auntie's got World War One's war medals,
Yeah,
and I know
probably.
Mum
So I
said that.
got,
And I
I
know
got,
Mum said if
I got
you're
our
Papa Knowles,
photos. Yeah, I got Papa
yeah, we're going
Knowles.
to talk about him too later on as well. But yeah, that's his war medals there. Sorry about that. The picture's on the side. Why don't I get to rotate that? What was that?
Upside down, upside down, upside
There we
down.
go.
There you go.
Yep. So one of the stars is service for in it's just Africa, bro. So he also was in Africa as well.
Yeah.
He would have probably been a lot more, I suppose, with World War One, but we don't know where those medals are. I'm pretty sure our auntie's got them.
Yeah, me too.
So mum sort of made a letter, wrote and said, like, what's through with these medals? So you can see here it says 1935 to 1945 star. Then it's the African star. Then there's the defense medal. Then it's the war medal for 1939 to 45. And then it's the New Zealand service medal.
Oh, that's amazing.
And look, and all this, he's been reduced to the rank of private when he left. Oh,
That's so cool. That's so cool to have all that stuff, though.
yeah.
That's amazing.
I showed the girl. I showed my daughters this. Like, this is important history, guys. That we went to the Army Museum in Wairuru. Shit, it was awesome. Like the girls loved it. I think it's one of their new favorite places. I think I talked about it when I had Law and Order Classified series, bro. Remember that?
Yep.
In the gift series seasons. So that's a close up of the defense medal. I've kept it pretty clean, to be honest.
Yeah. Perfect. Actually, I couldn't think of a perfect person. I got Papa Knowles one in the cabinet.
Have you really, bro?
Oh, I got Papa Knowles one here downstairs in the cabinet, but I won't dare take him out.
Yeah, fair enough. That is starting to age a bit. And that's it. But yeah, you want to talk about Papa Knowles. So Papa Knowles is our mum's dad.
Yeah, Papa Knowles, I got a grandfather.
Our mum's natural.
And he was
natural, because she was adopted.
father. He was born.
Yeah.
He was born in Sweden. He came over to New Zealand.
Yep.
And he actually served for New Zealand. Now, I hope I get this right, and I don't actually bugger this up, but he actually served for New Zealand. He was actually SAS.
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
was
It wasn't originally.
he was a specialist. Yeah, he
Yeah,
wasn't
he was
originally. He was originally
Desert
think
Rex.
he went. I didn't see. He was a translator. Not
Yeah.
being from Sweden and that. So he
Yeah.
served with them.
Yeah, because he was one of the guys that used to transport the SAS to their missions, and they got
Yeah,
a few of them got sick and tired and said, "Look, we're not a taxi service. We want to get into this action as well."
yeah, pretty much
And
like
how we
that. Yeah,
discovered that he was in the SAS, and I think I said the story before, and I love saying this. So, 10 years after he died, we we're obviously going through his belongings and all that, and we found his paycheck, his pay, and he was getting paid, but it wouldn't say what branch he was in. So, Mum contacted the New Zealand Defence Force and said, like, here's a copy of his pay and all that. We want to know what was going on. He was still, obviously, he was fighting, but he was getting paid, but there was nothing being said what's going on. So they said, right, okay, we can tell you now. It's been 10 years after he's died, who was in the SAS, and he never told us. He took that to his grave.
no, that's how you know someone's in the SAS. You never freaking know.
And we didn't even know he was in the army. So, as you said, like, those boys, basically, mind you, our Uncle Way, we don't talk about the war with Uncle Way.
No.
No.
So that's why I didn't mind you getting those medals, because I was Papa Noel gave me his medals. That's why I was like, yeah, what you got on, bro?
Yeah. But
looking at those photos, like comparing the Aussie and the New Zealand, I think the Australians, when in the uniform state, the Recondo, it has a special name, right? The Aussie
Slouch
style
hat.
hat.
Yep, slouch
Yeah,
hat.
as a starcher.
Can you go?
Yeah.
Can you go back to that shot?
Slouch hat.
Yeah.
Slouch hat. The old, yeah.
Easy.
Cops are coming
That's
for
one that just the Aussies had, right?
There we go. What's going on here?
Yep.
Yeah, look at that.
And he's definitely got that Recondo look to him, eh?
He's got the moustache as well.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. You wouldn't believe how much he looks like my cousin. Yeah.
Really?
He doesn't look like a very big bloke either. Like, he looks pretty
yeah, diminutive. Yeah, definitely. A little bloke. Yeah. My cousin's a little bloke too, but my great grandmother was a bit stockier. So the stocky build comes from.
But you know what I gotta say? There's two things I'm gonna say, Ronnie. That mustache. Whoa. And doesn't he look like a G.I. Joe?
Yeah, we were saying it looks like Recondo.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm just saying that mustache though. Whoa.
Yeah.
He had that mustache for his whole life. So I've got some photos of him as an old man, and he kept it. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, tourist.
Yeah, and you said that so he's from England, and he moved from England to Australia.
Yep, he jumped ship. He was in the Merchant Navy. He jumped ship in Port Augusta because there was some issues on the ship. He didn't want any part of it, and basically he was living outside the law for a little bit, but his service in the First World War erased all of that, so he was able to buy a house and gain meaningful employment when he came back. So interesting story. Very interesting story.
I've got a question to ask you, Ronnie. So here in New Zealand, the servicemen. So what the government did is they offer the surviving servicemen land. So our granddad, which was my dad's dad, so they gave him land and he started farming. So he was over in Taranaki, like Memphis. Is that right, bro? Memphis,
Yes,
Stratford, yeah. So they offered him land. He took it. He built up a farming cows and all of that. And he was there, like Dad was there with all those brothers. Well, one brother, two sisters, well, more than two sisters, 3 or 4 sisters. And then, unfortunately, when Granddad died, our nana said, "Oh, that's it. We're selling." But my dad was already running the farm, and he got really pissed off. He's like, "No decision." But then I said, "Dad, well, look this way. If it wasn't for that, you've never met Mum, and we wouldn't have been born. So
Yeah,
for us, it's a win-win."
definitely would win. But
yeah, he's a strapping young man, like good looking.
Well, he wasn't actually young. He was late 30s there. So 37 he was when the wolf broke out. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. He wasn't the archetypal, change your name so you're barely 18 and join up and head to Gallipoli. No, he was rusted on. So must have been to move the family into a shed. There must have been a real sort of sense of nationalism or some connection to the motherland to want to join up and get involved. So
I got to say, what a really supporting wife. He's moved. Obviously, it was just him and the wife. There's no kids yet.
There was kids. Yeah, there was kids. Yeah.
There was kids.
Yeah. Absolutely, there was. Yeah.
Mind you, it was back in the day where the men, I say you do. No questions asked.
I have no doubt, but I also have no doubt that my great grandmother was an absolute matriarch and an incredible woman. So have a look at some of the photos. Like, she's a tough lady. So absolutely, man. Yeah, crazy story.
Hey, Quentin, is Turkey on the list for your honeymoon, mate? You can check out Gallipoli.
No.
The missus is from Greece, right?
Yes.
Just
we were going to. She's actually Crete, so we were going to Crete. So yeah,
I know this is off topic, bro. But is the wedding here in New Zealand, or what's the story?
Yeah, we'll be here in New Zealand. It's going to be. We're just going to have a quiet wedding, and we just want to.
It's at Macca's down the road from Te Papa.
No.
Are you not invited? Are you not invited, Campbell? I thought you'd be the best.
I am.
Yep. Don't be in the church.
But I remember Mum was saying, I know this is off topic. She said, "Oh, I think the wedding's going to be in Greece. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this." I'm like, "Mum, I think you're panicking, man. Just chill." I'm going to bring up the photos of today's dawn parade. I think there's a video, but I don't think the video will actually upload. So this is in the morning. Obviously, there's the clock tower, and that's a service, and that's a plaque right there of what the fallen soldiers.
Yeah.
And I could show you this way. You can see the subway across the road, and they were open too. And behind me was a cafe. But it's probably one of the coolest. It was cool this morning. Sorry, bro.
Was it good though, bro? Was the subway good?
I actually went to the cafe and got something afterwards.
You sound like you really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So that was the police that brought all the cadets coming through.
I was just trying to read the time on the clock on the what time was that? Was that 5 or something?
Yeah,
quarter past 6.
That would have
quarter past
been
6.
There we go. Socks.
6:15. Yep. So they were running a little bit late.
Oh, I don't know.
Thank God for that. I actually got here late.
Investigating guy.
It's been so long since I've been to one that I couldn't remember what time.
Out, but... So here's a lot of the cadets say, but these guys here were pretty good. The chaps in blue, especially this. I felt sorry for them. They were flaking out. They were poor buggers. I've never seen cadets actually faint like that.
Oh, the air cadets. Look at how tiny they are. The air cadets. Yeah.
Look how tiny
I'm in front of the Army's Navy. Always Navy first.
They didn't have their wheat bix for breakfast, obviously.
No, I mean it didn't.
No,
Just
I don't
don't
think they
put
did. They would have
don't
been up
put
since probably
the same
4.
good stuff in.
Yeah, they would have been up since probably 4 or 5 5 a.m.
It's the new gen. They're not hard enough.
I thought that was quite cool, so I took a photo of that.
Jump DNX,
Well,
man.
it's true,
I
bro.
trained
The
myself
amount of
to
service
stand
that
and
we went
sleep.
to, we've never seen anyone fight.
Nah, never. They were tough though.
I don't know why I took that. That's a photo of me saying sweet ass. Oh,
Oh, okay.
Beautiful shot.
That's the pumps north curve there, guys. All right.
that was it. That's all I got because the rest, I started getting some. As I was taking photos, I started sensing some evil eyes on me. I was like, oh, yep, okay, probably enough photos. I'll watch the service.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got an Aussie Joe here.
You got Aussie Joe.
You got some Joes.
It's an Aussie Joe.
That's an actual
mate.
Aussie Joe.
That is an Aussie Joe. Yeah. That's Sky, mate.
I'll put it on solid.
Crikey.
It's a good looking.
Oh,
That visor
crikey.
is really hard to get.
Yeah. I don't
Does
have
he
the
come with
boomerang
the
or the bow.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
boomerang.
don't have the boomerang or the bow. I've only got a weapon for him and the visor. So, yeah.
You know what
I've
I use
also-
for? I use.
I've got an Aussie Cobra here as well.
Is it Aussie Cobra?
There's an Aussie Cobra. Yes.
Yes, there is.
Oh.
Major blood.
Oh,
Major
Major
Blood is from
Blood.
Sydney, Australia. So, are there any Kiwi Joes or Cobras?
There's
Ah.
custom Kiwi Joes and
only,
Cobras.
only the ones that Campbell's made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One that
We
Carlson made.
we lucked out, didn't we? But we lucked out with Hasbro. They were like, no, don't need a Kiwi G.I. Joe.
I've also
No,
got Deer.
actually, I
Too
think
nice,
in
probably.
Action Force,
Well, don't
Too
the
nice.
Australians also claim Outback as well as an Australian G.I. Joe?
Oh,
I actually
yeah.
thought Outback was an Aussie back in the day, but
Yeah, I
I
did
never
too.
read the
thought he was Canadian.
wild card.
I thought he was Canadian.
But Cutter is New Zealand in Action
Cutter?
Force.
in
Yeah.
Action Force.
Oh, yeah.
In Action
Or,
Force.
or isn't
We'll take
Outback
that.
just Ronnie's father?
No, it's not. So, have you guys seen this? This was the Australian G.I. Joe magazine that came out in the 80s. I don't have issue 1, but I've got issue 2. And you can see this character is actually called Digger,
Digger.
which is
Yep.
a common word for Aussie soldiers. So I know he was the centerpiece of the cover on issue 1. And this particular story ended up becoming Special Missions 2, which is here. So I don't think he was known as Digger in this story. In fact, he wasn't. I know he wasn't. He was, changed his name for that. But yeah, there was a G.I. Joe Australia magazine. And I think
That reminds me, I've got a
more
special
achievement.
mission magazine for Sharky.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So they never released a Digger figure then, like even later on in the
No.
90s or anything.
No.
They should do a classified or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they're doing all sorts of obscure, deep cut figures.
Yeah,
But that's
pretty
nothing
cool.
we were talking about before that we thought you were vintage, but you've gotten into classified too in a big way.
No, just cheapies on AliExpress. So, yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's the same here. Like
Yeah.
on Trade Me, and also that Python Patrol Officer.
Mhm.
So I've picked that up for $35 on Trade Me, and I picked this up for
Oh yeah, that Storm
Um,
Shadow's a great figure.
Yeah.
That one.
I picked that up for $30. I still haven't done an unboxing of that yet.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Do you
what
know
I do.
what, you know what helped precipitate my love of classified? My newfound love of classified? Breaking my Zartan. After I broke Zartan, I was like, I don't want to take these things out anymore.
Your
you can
action,
buy
your
my
vintage
Zartan.
Zartan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Oh,
don't
did
want
it
to take
did
the
it arrive
vintage.
safely? It did, eh?
Absolutely,
What I
mate.
said
Yeah,
to you.
I've
Yeah.
got him in a plastic clamshell in the cabinet, so he's not even on display. He's in the clamshell in the cabinet. So Yeah, but I thought, look, I don't really want to touch my vintage figures anymore. So, so I bought a couple of cheap classifieds so I can play around with them when I'm sitting next to the TV or running around in the backyard, and that's what I've been doing. Because it doesn't matter if you break down. It's just,
Funny enough, you talk about playing around. I do this, and I'll put myself on solo screen. So I made I know we're talking about ANZAC, but I made. How can I do this? I made the R5D4 figure.
Oh, yeah.
And I play with this. So it was originally the R2D2, and I chopped the head off the R2D2 and stuck the R5D4 head because this has got more articulation.
Yeah.
But I always had a soft spot for R5D4. You know, R2, he's blown his motivator.
Wow.
But now they're saying that he was actually did it on purpose to continue the mission.
So do you fiddle with that? Because I've always got a classified or a Motu figure on my table next to my chair in the lounge room, and I'm always fiddling around, like always posing things, and yeah, I don't know. I just find it. If I don't do that, I'm scrolling through my phone, which is riddled with all sorts of issues. So if Jessie's watching TV and I'm sitting with her, I'm usually just feeling a posing up these guys and I don't know.
Hey, don't feel bad, Ronnie. That's good. That's okay, bro. I do the same.
Yeah, what I tend to do is if I buy something, I'll keep it like on the coffee, in the lounge for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So it gets a couple of weeks of a good fiddling over.
Yeah.
Because once it goes into the display cabinets, then I'm too scared to open up the cabinet, because generally when I open up the cabinet, one will fall over and it's a freaking dominoes. And they all go over.
I discovered that when I did the review on SAP, and you wouldn't believe the heel cracked open. I had every little piece of it, so I super glued it back together. I've now picked up another Zap that's broken, but his lower legs are in mint condition, so I'll swap them over. And I even said on when I did the review on Zap, like, this is scaring me because I know this how brittle this figure is. And no sooner did I finish the review and I put him back on the foot peak, boom, cracked the heel. I was gutted.
Yeah,
but I managed to find every little piece and super glued, baking soda, painted black. Can't even tell, but I know.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. If I get vintage figures out anymore, it's the 90s stuff. I'd try and the 82s, 83s, even 84s. I could have got Major Blood out to show you Major Blood, but no, I left him in there. So.
You don't want to crack a crotch, eh?
No. I hate changing O-rings too. Like, I used to love doing that, but now I'm just like, don't screw this screw too hard. Like, don't force these legs too hard into the waist piece. Like,
the setting position works.
It does. Yeah, no, that's a great tip that you use in your videos. Absolutely, it definitely does. Because sometimes
stress on the crutch.
Yeah, sometimes the clearance between the back part of the crutch and the front part is a lot smaller. And I reckon that's got something to do with the why some figures break and others don't, because the sculpt is a lot smaller. So, you just give a little bit of a move on the legs and it pops off. So, but yeah, that trick of, sitting the figure down to put the legs back through the crutch. It's just that's changed my life. It's been really good.
I discovered by accident, and I basically, and I said this before, and I love saying this story. So I was doing a repair, and sure, I did this. I went, that was easy. So I basically paused and I played around with it, and I went, this is great. So I decided to then mention, say, had the figure in a sitting position, pop the crutch on there, obviously having the hook up, and it's easy, and then you just O-ring.
I don't know why the hook on the T piece is not at a right angle, a complete right angle. It's at an angle. Do you know what I mean?
Angle. Yeah.
Like, so if the T piece was like this and the hook was on it just like that, that would go straight up through the crutch. But the hook itself is like at a strange angle. So it's sort of like you got to try and twist the legs to get it up through when you've got the O-ring on there. It doesn't make any sense at all. Why isn't the T-piece? It's just there must be a reason why that T-piece, the hook on the
there is
a little bit off
there
center.
is actually, it's all engineered, is because if they actually keep it straight, when the O-ring goes on top where the hook is, it's going to be a perfect sort of hoop. But having it hook ring just like out, it will make the rubber band just slightly tight, like change the angle. So it will limit where it won't fall out.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
This is
the
what
O-ring
they did.
would come unhooked.
It's physics.
Yeah.
It's just physics and science. It's like
it is crazy.
And you notice that some of the core T hooks, some of them are actually backwards.
Yeah, he flipped around the other way. Interesting.
So I said before, I've got a special mission to send to Sharkies. I've also got Sharkies custom figure to finish. I've sort of stopped doing Sharkies and I've gone straight to Casey because Joe Fest is coming around the corner and I need to finish that and send it off in a hurry.
Are you going to go next year, Campbell?
No, I can't make it. I'll tell you a lot about this personally after the show. And it's been an hour now, so we can probably end the show now.
Yeah.
So, hey, look, guys, it's been a great live stream. Short and sweet, an hour. I've got to say thank you to our guest, Ronnie Trickshot. It's always been a pleasure having you on the show, bro. Phil, my man, I knew that you had to stick it now for an hour, so that's why I made it real quick.
Cheers, fellas.
Don't be a stranger, Phil. We've got some more shows to talk to you. And well, my bro, I don't know why we're not admin, but we'll probably change that in the future. Horse.
It's the world. They're coming up to get me. They don't want me no more. They're like, I'm a threat. It's the voices, the ones like Paul Hogan and all these. And I don't want them. They don't want none of me, man.
All right.
All right, man.
Thank you so much, guys. Please catch a replay. Also, subscribe to all these wonderful people. Even my brother, who's not bringing out anything.
Oh, yeah. Watch Podcast from the Pit tonight. Get on that.
Yeah, I'll get on that.
Yeah. And
are you on tonight, are you?
I am, yes. And then straight after, I'm streaming on my own channel with G.I. Jetman. We're going to be reading Special Missions Issue 4.
Look at you go.
Fun too. Yeah.
Ronnie, I would love to stay up for that one, mate. But, mate, I'm going to be dead tired. So I'll catch you replay.
I'm actually working.
Yeah, no. At least I know where I stand. That's all right.
Oh, you can watch it, bro.
I'm working it. I'm working. If I'm not too busy with clients, I'll watch it.
Okay. Cool.
All right, we're going to end this. Thank you, everybody.
See ya. Pew, pew, pew.
Later.
Pew, 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 pew.